Welcome to The Discerning Mother, the podcast for Jesus-loving moms who want to tune out the noise and tune into God's design for motherhood. I'm Bridget Tibaldi, a board-certified women's health coach, holistic health practitioner, birth nerd, and homeschooling mom of 5. I help moms to heal their minds and bodies, trust their instincts, and embrace the beauty of the way God created them. Here we talk about birth, hormones, motherhood, faith, and anything else. Let's go. Hey, and welcome back. Today, I really want to talk about something that it's like kind of talked about, but not super talked about. And that is how your body has been protecting you for a really long time. And so right now, you're the woman who is most people describe as like capable, strong, put together, resilient. Like they look inside of your house and they're like, everything looks perfect. Like everything is mostly in place. There's like, you always have everything together. At least that's how people look at you on the outside, where it's like you're doing all the things. You are always early. Again, never on time, because being on time is like not early. You need to be early. You are always having, you know exactly what you're going to have for food. You always have like the plane tickets ordered. Like you always have things in order, right? But like you're tired. You're tired. And like you want to keep doing all these things because they're good and beautiful things, but again, like you are tired and you just don't know how to stop. And so if that's you, like take a breath. This episode, I kind of feel like somebody like finally illuminated everything and turned the lights on, because nothing about how you're behaving right now is broken. Like your body is actually doing exactly what it was designed to do, which is to protect you. And again, this is beautiful. It's been beautifully protecting you. And these habits that you've created are actually really good habits, some of them. And we don't want to like scrap everything, because again, you've made it this far and like you're doing a great job. And so we don't just want to scrap everything. What we want is to take those emotions that like, or that like, I can't do this anymore. And we want to help you make sense of them and to help you realize that like, that doesn't have to be your normal. Okay. And so what's really going on beneath your reactions, or like those moments where you snap and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Or like while you're snapping, you're like, why am I doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. Or like you're so overstimulated that you could scream, or like you freeze and you're like, why am I like this? Like, what did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong? Or maybe the to-do list in your head is like 9,000 things and it is just like exhausting carrying it all, but like you can't put it down because nobody can take care of it the way that you can. Or if you get it on paper, then it's like, you're going to realize like, oh, that's not actually that important. So it's like having that to-do list is like kind of like a safety thing. You probably think that those reactions are a sign of like barely holding it together. But again, they're really not. They're a sign that your body's doing its job. But the problem is that your body's responding to something old. Okay. And I'll get into what that means in a minute. But right now, motherhood, or being just an adult woman, has really stirred up again all of these different things, that all of these different stories you're telling yourself. And it's not to punish you, but it's really to reveal like what's been there all along. And so I like to say like birth and motherhood didn't break you. It's really exposed the fractures that were already there. And so now your body, like if you're listening to this, your body is, and your mind is saying like, okay, it's time to deal with this. And like, that's why it feels so big, because subconsciously your body and your brain are like, we can't do this any longer. Like we are to the max. Like, yes, we could keep doing it, but like, we don't want to keep doing this any longer, because we know that this isn't how God wants us to live. But our conscious brain, that 5% that runs the show, is like, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, until it's like, oh my goodness, everything's not fine. And then you explode, right? And so again, your subconscious right now, because you're listening to this, is like, okay, time to do something, like time to fix this. Like you need support, you need help. But your conscious brain is like, nope, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Or maybe whatever story you're telling yourself, like we can't afford support. If I need support, that means I'm a bad mom, like whatever it is that you're telling yourself. Okay. And so that's why this feels so big. And so you need to hear though, that these conflicts these things that you're carrying were never really yours to carry. So I want to go deeper with that. So you were raised to be like the quote easy one, or like the helper, or the peacemaker, the one who didn't ask for very much, right? And so your body learned to survive by disappearing, or by like minimizing what you actually needed. Okay, so if you grew up in chaos, if you grew up in dysfunction or instability, your body learned how to scan the environment around you in order to stay safe. And it does that even now. If you were the responsible one, like you'll be responsible to the point of depletion, or like complete emptiness. If you had to be strong for your parents, like then you'll feel guilty anytime right? Or it's a weakness if you need something. And so again, I work a lot with birth trauma, and if your birth like shook you, and it's not just the birth itself that's coming up, it's all of those old patterns that are coming up. And these are not just like mindset issues. You can't just like affirm yourself to thinking differently. They're not personality quirks. They're not just like mom brain or like mom problems. These are literally biological survival patterns. And again, it's not as like extreme of saying like you're surviving the lion chasing you, but that's how your body perceives it. And so they're happening because your body doesn't really understand that you're not safe yet. Okay. So that's the work, not coping mechanisms, not affirmations, not like calming down, not trying to stuff everything else down, not like just being more grateful, not praying more, like not doing more, right? Like this, the work that needs to be done is restoring your internal safety so that your biology can, it can really start living like it was supposed to when you were a child. And again, God made us this way and it's beautiful, but He also made us so that we have to take that initial step. And I was reading my devotional last night. It's a great devotional. It's called 100 Days to Believing Bigger. And last night was all about, I think I'm on day 98. I think it was 99. I can't remember. And it was all about how it's like, yes, God can heal and He can do whatever He wants. And like, theoretically, like, yeah, He can work miracles. But more often than not, He wants us to take those steps, those hard steps, because He wants us to see like that we are worth it, that we are worth investing in ourselves, that we are worth doing the hard thing. We are worth getting support because that's how He created us and that's why He created us, right? And so that's just something where it's like right now, like, yeah, He could heal you instantly if you ask Him to. And if He does, like, amazing, miraculous, right? But more often than not, He's going to be like, Bridget, or whatever your name is listening, like, Bridget, like you've got to take a step, and it's going to be so scary, but like you have to take that step, otherwise you're going to be stuck. And it's, I can't tell you how many women I've talked to where they're like, I feel so stuck. And I'm like, well, you have two options. You can stay stuck and you know exactly where it's going to take you, or you can walk down this other road and it's like really, really scary. And it's in a financial investment, it's a time investment, it's changing things about your lifestyle. But you know for sure that it's going to take you in a completely different direction than where you are now. So it's up to you. Nobody can make that decision for you. There's not a right or wrong answer. It's just, are you ready to get out of that stuckness, that proven road? You know where you're going to go. You know you're going to get stuck so that you can go on this unproven road that's going to take you in a completely different trajectory before. And that's just something that you have to discern. Nobody can make you do it. Right. And like the women that are in Restored by Grace, like I'm not pushing them into it. I only want women in there who are like, I'm ready to get off this one road that I've been on and go on this completely different road. Because that's the women that are ready to make those changes and are who are going to make changes and have this like drastically different life in 3 months. And I know that sounds crazy, but look at the reviews, I promise. Okay, so right now, if you were listening to this, you're probably already coping and you've been coping for years, right? Like you read the books, you do the breathing exercises, you've bought the courses, you've journaled, you've done therapy, you've prayed, you've had conversations, you tried spiritual direction, you tried supplements. You tried being positive, you tried being disciplined, you've tried being grateful, like you've tried all the things, whatever else I'm missing. But something still feels off. And here's why. Coping helps you survive, and that's beautiful that you're surviving. But we don't just want survival. God doesn't just want you to survive. He wants to help you transform. And that's what restoration helps you do. So restoration helps you transform. Coping settles your symptoms, whereas restoration settles the story underneath of them. So the symptoms are no longer even there. And coping says, like, how can I get through this moment? Whereas restoration asks, like, why in this moment is a 20-year-old wound being triggered? And then healing that wound that's 20 years old that's been affecting you this whole time. So coping is surface level. We don't do surface level. We do root level restoration. And that's why the old way isn't working for you right now. Because you're managing your pain, but you were actually meant to heal. Did He ever just say, like, you are a leper, let me just give you something to manage your pain, right? No, He healed the pain. That's what He did. Like, think about the man in the, I can't remember which verse it is, but the man who was at the baths, and anytime there was like the sign, they would all rush into the baths to be healed, right? And he wasn't able to get there because he didn't have anybody to help carry him into the bath. And so he, like, Jesus didn't just say, like, here's a way to manage the pain that you were experiencing. No, He completely healed the person, right? And so that's what He wants for you. That's what God wants for you. And so restoration looks like finally understanding what your body has been trying to tell you. It looks like connecting the dots between your past and your present, getting rid of old patterns that have been running your life that you might not even realize are there, healing habits that are part of your lifestyle. And it's truly about stepping into the woman that God had in mind when he created you. Not the woman the world has demanded. So restoration is where women finally say, like, I'm not living like this anymore. Like, evil one, you can try to keep me here, but like, nope, nope, not doing it. And the moment that you say that with conviction, the entire trajectory of your life changes. Not just your life, but your kids' lives, your husband's life, your lineage, everybody around you changes. Okay, so here are 3 ways that you can really pay attention to today to just start to understand what's going on inside of your body. So I want you to notice when your body goes into overdrive. And you know what that feels like, where it's like your brain's kind of spinning. You can't really think straight, like you're thinking straight, but you just feel like tired. And that's usually an old pattern saying, like, remember, like, you have to do everything yourself. You can't trust anybody, or like, you can't sit on the couch and read a book. You can't relax, right? Like, you just do, 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 do. And then there too, notice when you shut down. And by shut down, this might look like you have a desire to do everything on your to-do list, but you just like can't make yourself do it because it's like you're totally overwhelmed. You don't even know where to start, and you're just like over it. You're like, whatever, I'll do it tomorrow. And that's your body saying, like, this is too much to handle. I need safety. I can't do this. Okay. Then the other part is notice when you start to feel resentment or heaviness, because that resentment or heaviness is the part that's essentially carrying everybody else for far too long. Okay. And so you start to resent your capacity for caring or healing or being the woman who is giving. And awareness of these 3 things. So noticing when your body goes into overdrive, noticing when you shut down, noticing when you feel resentment or heaviness. Like, that's what finally opens the door. And then restoration walks you through it. Okay. And again, this is intentional work. This is not for the woman who's like not ready to do the work. This is intentional. And so if this episode stirred something inside of you, like maybe you felt like you're like, oh, she gets me. She gets me. She understands. Like, don't stop there. Okay. You have 2 options. Right now, you can take the birth quiz. It'll show you the exact pattern that your body is stuck in and why you're feeling the way that you feel. It's eye-opening. It's quick, but it's so powerful. Or you can book a call with me before November 25th. And right now it is the 18th, November 18th, whenever this is coming out. If you schedule before November 25th, you get a special bonus that I've never offered before. It's a gift. It's actually one of 2 gifts you can choose. It will support you in your first weeks of healing, so you're not walking this alone. But this is only available for the woman who's like actually ready to heal. So if you've discerned that like you are not committed, you're not into it right now, then this call is not for you. This is only for the woman who's like, yep, I'm ready. So right now, if that's you, if you're the woman who's tired of surviving, if you want peace, if you're like so scared to do something different, but you're like, I feel like I kind of want to do something different. Like, you're in the right spot. So take the quiz, book the call, and let's start this. And I know you've been craving it for years, so like, why not start now? You're going to get some pretty good bonus Black Friday options happening as well. So the links are in the show notes. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you, cheering you on. And I'll see you next time.